Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the eBulletin webinar for version 3.0. My name is Ron, and I'll be the host for today. If someone could just send me a quick message letting me know that they can hear me, then I'll be able to begin. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Bill, for letting me know. And so we'll begin. First thing you're going to do is log into your V3 website and get to this administration page. Then scroll to the very bottom, and you're going to see a Club eBulletin section. Click on the Create Bulletin link to begin. All right. So to be able to create a new bulletin, you've got the two options from this screen here. You can either click on the Create New Bulletin link found over here on the left, or you can click on the Create New Bulletin button found in the middle. Okay, so let's click the button. Any fields that you see in orange are required fields with the asterisks on. So in this case, we need to fill in a name, so I'll just call this one New Bulletin. Okay. The date, it will default to today's date. However, you can click on the calendar icon on the right-hand side and select which date you would prefer. The copy bulletin from, this will allow you to copy the template and contents from an existing bulletin into your new bulletin. So just click on the drop-down, select which bulletin, and away you go. If you don't want any selected, leave it on the default option. Next, you'll select which bulletin group you want this bulletin to appear in. And then we have the Visible on Website option. What this one will do is it'll display this bulletin on the home page if you have the bulletin widget already on your home page. That is a requirement before it will display this on the home page. Okay. Next, we have the access level. Public will allow you, any member, any user, to visit your home page and click on the bulletin link and be able to see the contents of the bulletin. Requires login means that the person clicking on the link must have a login name and password in order to be able to see the contents of the bulletin. Next, to specify the editor name, simply type in 3 letters in the member's name. It will search the lists, display the list, and then you can simply click on which member you would like to specify as the editor. By default, it will pull in that member's email address, but it is changeable, so you can go ahead and put in a different email address if you need to. Once you've got all these fields populated, click on the Next button found in the bottom right-hand corner. So here we'll see our template, a blank template with no widgets populated yet, and we'll see the different layout we have. To change the template, click on the Change Template button found in the top right corner, and you'll see the different templates that we have available. In this case, I'll change it over to the narrow left, wide right template. So select it, click on it, and then click on the Confirm button. You're going to see a message box popping up, just confirming that you want to change the template. And so click OK. Give it a second, and you're going to see the template is now changed to narrow left, wide right. Now what we're going to do is start adding widgets. A widget is a self-contained program that specifies an area of the site. So in this case, this bulletin download files only contains bulletin download files. So that's what this widget will be. If you don't know exactly what the widget will look like, you can mouse over the widget and click on the magnifying glass. This is going to give you a quick preview of what the widget will look like. Okay, so in this case, it's got the download files and it's got the 3 different download files that we have available. This gives you a quick idea as to what it looked like before you actually commit to the change. Okay, so to add a widget, you'll click and hold on the widget itself and drag it over to the template area and decide where you want to put the widget. Once you've got the area you want it, simply release the widget. It's going to drop itself into the proper location, and now you've got your widget in the area. Okay, you can do the same thing for all the different widgets. You can move a widget above and below the other widgets, and it will automatically move. Okay. Now, one of the most common widgets you're going to be using will be bulletin stories. So we'll just drag that and put that one into the middle. Let's see it resize. Okay. So once you've got the widgets that you would like to use selected, you can mouse over the widget to see different options. The first one, again, is the preview, and it'll preview what the widget looks like. The next icon is the pencil icon. This is defining the content of the widget. So this one's photo albums. So if we click on this, it's going to take us to the photo album area where we can define which photo albums we would like to appear. Next is the widget, editing widget button. And what this one will do, we'll give this a quick click, it allows us to change the title of the photo album itself. Okay, so if we didn't want to say photo albums anymore, we can come in here and change that to a different name. Okay. Let me go back on that. Okay, so we're back here. And the last icon is the delete widget icon. Now this will just remove the widget from the template area. It does not actually delete the widget. Okay, you can't delete a widget. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to define which stories will appear in this bulletin. To do that, on the stories widget, you're going to mouse over and you'll click on the second icon for defining the contents of the widget. Okay, so we'll give this a click. And here we're going to see we have no stories added. So it's been blank. What we'll do is you have two options for adding a story. You can either click on the Create New Story button found in the top middle here. And what this will do is allow you to create the story and then add it directly to the bulletin. Or you can click on the Add Stories from the Story Library button. And this will allow you to select the different stories from your library. So we'll go ahead and click on this option here. And here we'll see with the different list of stories that we have in our site. So simply check off all the stories that you would like to appear in this bulletin. Once you've got all your stories selected, click on the Add Selected Stories button found in the top right corner. Once the stories have been added, you'll see them appear in the list here. If you were to move your mouse to the right of the text of the story, then you'll see the icon change to these 4 arrow points. Click and hold, and you can use this to drag and drop to set the different order of the stories that you want them to appear in. Okay. Once you've got your order selected, you can click on the Preview button found in the top, and what this will do is preview what the Stories widget alone will look like. Once you got your stories and everything looks good there, you can click on the Go Back button found in the top right corner. Okay, and we're back to our widget selection screen. Next, what we can do is select the bulletin banner that we would like used in this. So in this case, what we can do is click on the Choose Bulletin Banner link found at the top of the widget selection screen. And here we can see the different list of bulletins that we have, the banners that we have available. To select one, we'll simply click on the Activate This Banner link. So in this case, we'll go ahead and select this one, and you'll see the icon change to this one here, to a green check mark for that banner, and we'll see that this one here is selected. We can click on the Edit, Preview on the bulletin, or the Delete links in order to do some different changes to this one. Okay, but once you've got the banner selected, we'll just scroll back to the top and click on the Go Back button. Okay. Back on our widget selection screen, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, we'll click on the Choose Bulletin Footer to select the different footer. Now we've got our footer here. We'll click on the Activate This Footer link to activate which footer we want for this banner bulletin. Once you've got it selected, we'll click on the Go Back button down at the top. Now that we're close to sending our bulletin, what we can do is click on the Preview Bulletin button found on the top, just to get a final view of what the bulletin would look like before we go ahead and start to send it out. So we'll see we've got our banner at the top, we've got our download files, we've got the different stories that we've had listed, and at the bottom we've got our footer. While we're in the preview, on the left-hand side, we've got the different themes that we can select. So if you wanted a different theme, maybe this one here didn't look very nice, you can go ahead and click on any one of these color schemes down here, and it's going to change the scheme of what it looks like. Okay, as you can see, it's got the white with the blue. Okay. We'll click on the Go Back button found at the top to get back to the widget selection screen. So once we're here, and we've got that, we've got the banner selected, we've got the story selected, we've got our footer selected, and we've got the different widgets added, we can click on the Publish button found in the top right corner. You'll see a message box popping up, confirming that you do want to publish. Alright, you'll see a message here saying that publish has been completed. Click the OK on that. So now we'll see at the top here we've got published with the date and the time that it was published. Now we are ready to send the bulletin. If we look on the left-hand side, we'll see a Send Bulletin button. So we'll give this a quick click. It's going to give us a Select Bulletin drop-down, which we can click the drop-down and we'll select our new bulletin for today's date. Okay, so once we're back in here, typically that does not happen. Once we're back in here, we'll see that some contents may not be supported by all mail programs. So if a client is getting the email and then something isn't working in there, it could be why, because not all email programs are able to view all the different media. Okay, so once we've got our bulletin selected, we can define the email subject right here. And then we can go ahead and select the different recipient groups. By default, active, corporate, and honorary will be selected. However, you can unselect them and go ahead and select the different groups that you'd want to send to. The send options at the very bottom right-hand corner are send to myself. And what this one will do is it'll send the bulletin just to the person that is logged in. So in this case, it's going to be demo user. And you get to preview what the bulletin will look like before you send it out to all your members. The send button will send the bulletin out to all the members, all the recipients that you have specified in this list right here. Okay. You also have a preview bulletin button for one final preview before actually going ahead and sending the bulletin. On the left-hand side, once you've sent the bulletin, you've got the send history where you can check to see which group, when it was sent on, who sent it, and then if you actually want to view the bulletin again before you go. Okay. Once you've got your list of bulletins, we can click on the Edit Bulletins button, and this will show you all the existing bulletins that you have. If a bulletin has been published and you no longer want to use the bulletin, you can simply click on the Archive button, and this will archive the bulletin, meaning that it cannot be edited and cannot be changed, but it can sit in the Archive Bulletins table and can be viewed at any time. In the very, very near future, we're going to also give the ability to copy from an archive bulletin and send archive bulletins. Okay, so if we click on the archive bulletins, we'll see we've got one in there from before. We'll see the different options that we have. We've got the show, view, and the delete. Again, once you archive a bulletin, it will be removed from the edit bulletins list here and put into the archive bulletins button here. And that's where they will sit. Okay, that concludes the eBulletin webinar. Again, my name is Ron, R-O-N. Our support site is www.clubrunner.ca. Sorry, our support site is www.clubrunnersupport.com. what that'll do is that'll take you to our help page here. What you can do is click on the Support and Online Help folder in the very top right corner. Click on the ClubRunner version 3